Shit, I don't know. I ain't played them. Yeah, you're gonna have to send Shamar. Shamar would have to go. Oh wait, Shamar on the Falcons. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Who's gonna say? Damn, we gotta play Ohio State.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man down the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And this center downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These these fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Quickly complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
I'm about to say, what the hell, Sarah?
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
You said UCLA. What the fuck? You really look for him.
On the move, it's Peoples. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. He's going for it all. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
Now you log in. No, yeah, you pay my own. You right, you don't go there.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6. Looking for the time with the extra point.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Fires to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions. He just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Throws for the tight end. Got his man all by himself. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Peoples. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And Winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Turning it on. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He splits the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Wyoming needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Laramie behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Man, that ain't got shit.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter.
I'm calling your name now, bro. I'm calling your name now, bro. Because now I want to know what you're doing.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
I'm going to know it, bro.
Offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it up to 15. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Can't hang zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. It's now a one-point game, 14-13. After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting three on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Haas.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Looking to fire. Fakes to grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Snap it to the back. Hard running there. And the Sooners will move the sticks with the first down.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Using his legs to buy some time. Now looking to throw back to the middle. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Another big completion for the Sooners, and that's right in keeping with that legacy of great quarterbacks.
Just dudes that can spin it. The offense is always fun. It's always fast. There's a lot of things about Oklahoma that you can count on. And offense and great quarterback play is always one.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. For a quarterback, those mechanics need to be second nature, but sometimes they can get a little rushed.
Yeah, and we've seen that. We've had spin sessions on the field before games with Jesse, and just gets on that back foot a lot and just can't stay consistent at all. It might be the hair gel, weighing him down, but that back foot just starts to slide in there. Mechanics get bad, sloppy.
Makes the grab. It's Tatum. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires left. It's caught downfield. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
To the air, it's St. Clair. Looking for a huge play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it along the sideline. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Tatum. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Going for it all. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Here comes the heat. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. He's going to run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Complete in the middle. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Going deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Finds a man on the left. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. And you think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. Still on his feet. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it. Oh, he got loose. Touchdown, Sooners. And they take it in for 6 more points. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions, and just carving this defense up.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Got a man. It's Porter. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He might want another play. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. And as he throws, missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Tatum. At the 35, he's got room. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Finds his man. It's Tatum. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Trying to burn this defensive back. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
The Sooners are flying down the field. Rides the back on the option, the give. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, the quarterback had the look he wanted. He had his big fella down here in the red zone. That's supposed to be an easy pitch and catch, but his buddy puts it on the floor.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Grab behind the line. It's Tatum. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do you do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got the first down and more. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. It's complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Oh, that's crazy.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
Got his man. There he goes. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. 1st down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Sategna. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage. And
fires toward the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The It's Sayin. Throws to the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He caught it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
A first down run in the red zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's St. Clair. Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here late in the...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
On 3rd and long, trying to push it deep. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown Sooners! And the pummeling has started. That leads a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
Here's a heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. That'll be a safety. The ball was loose in the end zone. It goes out of the back, and they're probably lucky it wasn't recovered for a touchdown.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Catch inside the 25. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are
throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the point after is good. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. They can stop the clock a couple of more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football